Hello, Central Middle School students. My name is Jacob Yakomowitz. I am a structures engineer at Pratt & Whitney. I know Mr. Fazig and I know Mr. Zielinski, aka Mr. Z. We play video games together probably once a week. They try to keep up with me, but I got to put the team on my back usually when we play. So make sure you ask them about that. So they asked me to talk to you about what it's like in my career as a structures engineer, what it's like to be part of a team that builds jet engines, and how maybe one day you could be an engineer and perhaps even get involved in the aerospace industry. And also, I'm not very good at video editing, so it's the best I could do. Sorry. A little bit more about Pratt & Whitney. We focus on building jet engines. So as you can see in the top right-hand image, you can find our products pretty much on any plane at an airport. So if next time you go to an airport, look for the side of the engine. You might be able to see the Pratt & Whitney logo. Additionally, we work on military products such as the F-22 and F-35, which you can see in the bottom right-hand corner. These products are a little bit more fun, in my opinion, because they go really fast and are really loud. So they tend to catch people's attention, and they're a lot of fun to be around, to be honest. On the bottom left-hand image, you can see our Florida facility. So we go down to Florida to test our engines to make sure that they work the way we think they do. And it's a really cool place to be because there's alligators everywhere, boar everywhere, and it's in the middle of a swamp. So you're just driving down the road, you're seeing alligators, 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 and all of a sudden, big jet engine, and then it's just alligators again. So pretty cool experience to go see every now and then. I have a couple of videos to show you to showcase the engines a little bit more. So first off, we have a commercial jet engine. You can see it's kind of taken apart a little bit, so you can see all of its guts. And then here you can see the front end of the commercial jet engine. So this is what you see if you go to the airport. And here is a military jet engine. So this goes in a fighter jet. They look similar, but they are actually pretty different because of the way they fly. Obviously, a commercial jet doesn't fly like a fighter jet. So here you can see one of the fighter jets, the F-35 that we work on. It's just cool to see this thing fly around. If you go to an air show one day, you can really get a sense of how powerful these engines are, especially with that afterburner blowing out the back. And these jets can also take off and land vertically, kind of like a helicopter, which is unusual. And here we have a commercial jet, kind of a computer image to show you all the spinning parts. It's a very complex machine, but you put it all together and, well, there you go. You can see the air, the way it flows through the engine. We are very keen on getting down the CO2 emissions for environmental reasons. So a little bit more about my job specifically. I'm a structures engineer, so I design and analyze jet engine parts to make sure that they're safe, aerodynamic, lightweight, and all those other things. But mainly my job is to make sure everything's safe, because when you get on a plane, there could be no chance that there's anything that could go wrong. Obviously, there's millions and millions of people that fly in airplanes, and every single one of us in the industry makes sure that it's as safe as possible, because you can't pull over when you're in the sky to change a tire, right? So you have to make sure it works every time. Some of the things I do to make sure that the jet engine is safe is I run thermal and air aerodynamic calculations to understand the loads on my part. Some of these parts have hundreds of pounds of air that just flow by it every second. And then I use finite element analysis, which is a fancy word for math, to determine how strong the part is. I can tell you if it's going to break, if it can survive for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. I could figure that out. And of course, we don't just rely on math, we also go prove it, right? So we do the math to make sure that it's going to work, and then we go out and we prove it in the lab. Here's an image of actual FEA software. So you can see the arrows are where we apply load. Red means there's a lot of force going into the part. Green means there's not so much. So a good engineer would add more strength to the red sections and maybe save some money by not having so much material on the green sections. There's a couple games you can play that actually trick you into having fun with math. The first one's Polybridge. You build bridges and you see if the bus can drive over it. So obviously it needs to be strong enough, but like in this video, you have to make sure it's not too floppy, because if you're driving in that car, you'd be pretty upset with the engineer. And then here's another fun game, Kerbal Space Program. You build rocket ships and you see if they work. This one did not. So there's a bunch of fun games you can play to kind of learn these things, even though you're not sitting down reading a book. Here's just another view at a FEA simulation. So you can see that the red location and maybe the yellow location are telling you where the most stress in the part is. So maybe this engineer wants to add another beam to help out the two green ones and make sure that they don't fail. To do my job well, first and foremost, you need to be honest. If you make a mistake, people need to know that you're going to speak up and say, hang on, everybody, I made a mistake, let's quick fix this. Similarly, you should call people out when they make a mistake, because there's no room for error when people's safety is at risk. When it comes down to it, you need to be responsible and take accountability for everything, because there's a lot at stake. Next, you need to be willing to learn, because you never know what you don't know. So you need to know when to ask for help. I work with some of the smartest people in the world. I don't consider myself one of the smartest people in the world, so I rely on them to answer my questions. And together we can solve just about any problem. Of course, you need to have a strong math and science and physics foundation, right? You're learning all these things in school for a reason. I use them every day. And you need to understand how things are made. If I make the world's best design on paper, and the shop floor can't make it, well, then it'll never fly. And that brings me to the advice section. I think you should be asking your teachers now in middle school, how do you get on the career path that you want? If you want to be an engineer, how do you start that process? If you want to be a history teacher, how do you start that process? If you want to be a welder, how do you start that process? I think teachers are the very best way to get started. And if you're asking questions that they don't know, I'm sure they know somebody who they could point you to, and that person could help you. I found in my career, it was very surprising how much people were willing to help you. I thought people might not want to spend time to help me. I thought maybe I was bothering them. That wasn't the case. They really like helping you. So ask questions. Be willing to receive advice and stay on top of it. Things are changing all the time. AI is new. We don't know how that's going to impact engineering. So keep asking people for advice, even if you think you have it figured out, because something might have changed. And most importantly, keep having good grades. Stay out of trouble. If you get in trouble and if you have bad grades, it's going to make it much harder for you to get advice from people because they want to help people who care. And the best way you can show that you care and are excited is by getting good grades and staying out of trouble. Thank you very much for sitting through my presentation. Middle school is an exciting time. Now is when you can start exploring all your career paths. You have a lot of time to figure it out, but stay on top of it. Stay in school, have fun, stay out of trouble.
Good morning, Central Middle School students and staff members. I'm Chase.
I'm Jackie.
And this is Red Night News.
Please stand for the pledge of the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Today is October 14, 2025. Today is Davy. National holiday is National Be Bald and Be Free Day.
Joke of the day. Which Disney princess loves Mexican food? Taco Bella. Fun fact, the biggest taco ever made was constructed on November 2011 in Querétaro, Mexico. It was
246.
246 feet. 246 feet.
Lunch menu, mega many chicken bites with roll, sweet potato fries, green beans, pears, and fresh fruits. Huh? Look, it's green. Ah.
Cell phones, headphones, and any similar electronic devices are not permitted at Central Middle School. If you're seen with these devices, they'll be confiscated.
CMS daily expectations. No lockers through 8:25 to 3:25. No gloves, blankets, sunglasses, or anything on your head at any time. Use professional language and no cursing. Get to class on time.
Reminder, once you arrive at Central Middle School, you do not leave school property.
Weather for the week. Today is Tuesday and the weather is partly cloudy with a high of 68 and a low of 53.
Fifth and sixth grade intramurals. Basketball intramurals start today. If you received a permission slip and have it signed, give it to Mr. Miller in 3014 or bring it to the cafeteria right after school. Some Central Middle School sports. Early sports dismissal for today. Field hockey at 2:50. Winter sports physical. Vernon School District is offering a free sports physical for 7th and 8th graders who complete Planet HS by October 24th. When? Thursday, October 30th from 5:30 to 6:30. Where? Vernon High School. Winter sports meeting. Winter sports information and Planet HS help in Mr. Selinsky's room 005. You must check in with your teacher before coming downstairs. 7th grade at 9:05, 8th grade at 10.
Quarter one attendance event, August 25th to October 30th. Students who have missed 5 dates or less will be entered in a drawing to attend game day. Good school attendance for middle schoolers help you pass your classes. yearbook starts today. That's what you want to say, right?
Project Peace meets today after school.
Bonus band will be in the band room after school today from 3:30 to 4:30. CMS upcoming events. What is going on, bro? Come on. CMS upcoming events. The upcoming dance is a glow party. There will be face painting, a live DJ, glow sticks, and a photo booth. Each grade level will attend on different day during the week of October 27th. Yeah.
Have a great day, CMS, and remember to communicate positively,
Model good citizenship.
and strive for success.
Bye.
Y'all are way too chatty.